Hey there. I bought thosenastywomen.com back in, right after it came out of its mouth. And I really, really wasn't sure what I was going to do with that. I have a lot of .coms and it seemed like a good investment. Um, someone offered me $11,000 for it last year. And I was like, oh, no, 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 no. Um, that was a couple of years ago. Sorry. But then I decided I'm going to retire it. I'm going to retire it because I was looking forward to President Harris, President Harris's tenure. So instead, I guess I'm keeping those nasty women. So here we are. Those nasty women talk. I've been ranting and raving on my back porch for years. Back porches, bedrooms, studios. Um, I wrote a book. It got picked up by the largest publicist of self-help books in the world, who helped me go to a publicity summit. Lots is happening right now with my book, Call It Assault, about to come out, and also its related workshop. But I really, 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 really had hoped to retire those nasty women because I didn't want to pay homage anymore to this madman's madness. But it's not a madman's madness anymore, is it? It's a nation's madness. It's a nation's penance for getting so out of touch with each other that we can't function as a democracy. A democracy relies on an equally educated population, and we don't have that. We have people actually fighting to make sure that we don't, to take public education away from the feds and put it into the hands of the individual states and communities. You realize that that will mean your children will only learn what your community wants to teach them. If that is okay with you, yay. I hope you back it up with some homeschooling about human rights and decency if you are in certain places that devalue those things. So moving forward, here we are. We can't just bitch and complain. Those nasty women lives, and it's not to bitch and complain. It's what are we going to do, right? Well, not lament, not lament. I am already just backing up and looking at, okay, this isn't, oh, those dirty, rotten conservatives. This is, dear God, we have lost the ability to even have an agreement about what is factual and what is not. So the bigger social issues right now, I think, are like the TikTok ban, for instance. And hey, this is the first time TikTok has been on this stream. I stream on TikTok, but I have to use a separate camera, and I look up and down, and it makes my eyes funny. In fact, there's some funny setting right now, and I'm sorry. I tried to figure it out beforehand, but it was taking too long, and I was already late because my computer, I turned it on, and I hadn't used it like in a week, and it says like, update time. I'm like, no, not now. But it evidently decided that it needed to be done, and it was a long one. So here we are. So those nasty women talk. What I'm going to do going forward, now that I have been asked to appear on over 70 podcasts, a combination of podcasts and a few TV shows, and there's a couple of print magazines and things like that. I'm going to be very, very busy doing that this year. And I'm also meeting people at these things. I'm going to invite them onto here. So this is going to turn into soon I'm going to have people to talk to. And I've got some huge people lined up that have already said they'd love to do it. I'm the hold up. I'm just not quite ready yet. I'm still at the final stages of releasing my book, which keeps getting put off because it gets bigger and better and got better software and then got better representation and then got the media summit. And then now it's like, oh, what about foreign licensing and audiobooks? I'm like, Jesus, it takes a lot to get a book out, it turns out, but it's all wonderful. And I could not be more excited that Call It Assault is coming out. Want to see it? Okay, I've got 2 sets here. Let's move this one, okay? Now, this camera is making my eyes like set in the middle, and that's the setting I was trying to change and couldn't. But let's go on and move the flag. get out of the way. And da, 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 da. Wait, da, 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 da. There's no da, 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 da. Um, back. Okay, I have this book, Call It Assault, coming out. Let me check it out. It's a retractable. It's retractable. It's like amazing. Little things make me very happy. Shiny doorknobs make me very, very happy. When all else goes wrong, just look at a shiny doorknob and go, "Isn't that pretty?" So, Call It Assault. There's my book cover in large size. And the workshop, Thriving Spades, is in the book. And there's also a workbook coming out with it. So, workbook will be just behind the book itself. And I'm very excited about that. Thriving Spades, you can actually see that one, is the workshop. That's what the workbook will look like. And my kids bought me this. This is like the coveted Wonder Woman. Where are you going, camera? Camera moves all over the place. It's like this new thing I've got, and I don't know if I like it. But my Wonder Woman cape came from my children, and I really appreciate it because they know I really like Wonder Woman a lot. Since childhood, I really identified with Wonder Woman because she had power. She had power, and she had an invisible airplane. I told my kids I had an invisible airplane, and they're like, "I don't see it." I'm like, "It's invisible. It's in the title. Duh." Do not doubt me. Do not doubt me. Anyway, so Pete fucking heads suck. Pardon my language. Pete head stuff. How can they even consider his nomination for such an important role as the defense of our country with his lack of training and his warrior mentality? Did you watch the confirmations? I hope you're watching the confirmations. I was just like shocked. He said, regarding Hamas, I support Israel in destroying and killing every last member of Hamas. That's what he said, word for word. And every last member with no end in sight. I mean, this is frightening, but beyond that, he is a sexual assailant. He's been well documented as being a sexual assailant, and we don't care. We not being me, but collectively, we don't care. And that is, I don't just want to rant and rave. I want you to think about it when you vote. I want you to think about it when you talk to people and your children, because our children are the next voters. Our teenage children are the next voters. And there was a huge swing to Trump and to conservatism this time around. And that alone should be alarming. But that's because liberals are no longer representing the average person any more than conservatives on the far right are. There needs to be a moderate. I mean, if there's ever been a time that we need a new party, it's now. In fact, I invented one. I did it kind of for fun on Facebook. I call it the Full Party. It's Forward, United, in Light and Love, the place for rational adults who understand that everybody is entitled to life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness so long as it's not affecting you, and that separation of church and state is kind of like paramount to this actually working. So, I mean, what else can I say? He's going to be confirmed. It's just buckle up, hold your breath, say lots of prayers. I do believe in manifestation, and right now we need to manifest against evil. I'm starting to sound like the far right evangelist. Like, we must manifest against evil right now. Right now, I know. Okay, never mind. So then we've got the hearing was interrupted by a woman who was she was a combat medic. for like many years, and then turned to it was an intelligence. She was like 8-year combat medic, and then in intelligence. So those numbers could be off, but I think it was about 8 years. She said, and she's like, he's using his religion to try to tell to justify this warrior mentality. And listening to her, it made me think of rape culture, because what I do is a childhood sexual assault survivor and someone who has studied neurolinguistics, and I work with people with CPTSD stemming from childhood sexual assault. Uh, I made, a cross transference here, transference to, yes, he's trying to use religion to justify this thing. And they're also using religion to justify rape culture in the sickest of ways, telling women that they should not, hey, hi, I'll be down in a minute. Sorry, I'm running late. Telling women that they should not um, go to college, that their purpose is parenting. Uh, we send money out to bomb babies. We're used as pawns by the rich to go to these wars and ultimately kill innocent people, she said. I'm quoting, I've got it written down here. Veterans sacrifice their humanity and their consciousness. No healing can occur in society until they understand this. And instead, what we've got going is, hey, we want warriors. We want a warrior mentality. That's what's missing from the military. And we've got the right saying, yay, that's right. That's what's missing. Warrior mentality. It makes me very scared. It makes me very sad. Add in Pam Bondi, Attorney General nominee, unwilling to say that Trump lost the presidency, just that Joe Biden is the president. I mean, as 8 years Attorney General, she's proven, a very, very proven track record that Trump really likes, and that is of sucking up for money to whoever she needs to. You all watch the news, so I don't need to go into that. But suffice it to say that those nasty women talk is not going away anytime soon. And I am going to get going because I really just wanted to let you know what's going on. And as I start booking guests on the show, we're going to get serious. Serious. I went to a curly hair specialist, Erin at Lumine in Kansas City on Warnell Road. I'm telling you, my hair has never been better. Lumine, Erin at Lumine. If you have curly hair, she's changed the texture of my hair with proper products and technique. So just throwing a blurb in there for her. I'll talk to you soon. Bye. Oh, and TikTokers, I don't think they're going to be on TikTok. You're finally on here. I finally have you joined onto the Restream because I got the RTMP key to do so, which I've wanted for like over 2 years, 3 years. And I really don't think that it's going to get banned, but please do go to my YouTube channel, Linda K. Gifford, at username.sweet. Anyway, go there and do join that. I need people anyway because I've never really talked about it. I just use it like a library, and I've like 72 people there and 2,500 here. So I'd appreciate it if you go to the YouTube channel and subscribe, and let's hope we stay open here. But if not, I am on Facebook and YouTube, and I would appreciate your subscription to help the algorithm. Bye. Or what I usually refer to as the damned algorithm. See you next